Hey, this is Alexis Marie Chute, reporting to you from my car. I am early for an event, so I just thought, I'll just record these few little thoughts that I've been thinking about and share them with you. So I'm going to show you right now some of my pictures and video from a hike I went on. And this was in Arizona. This was about a week ago. And I encountered two rattlesnakes, one that like legit coiled up and rattled at me. And I was pretty freaked out, I have to be honest. But this made me start thinking about fear. And fear, how it plays into our life. And how we can overcome fear. Okay, here's some clips and video.
To me, Mommy.
Do you see it? Aaron!
Take a video, Mommy.
I am.
I need my phone. I need my phone.
Aaron, there's a big snake!
I need my phone, Mommy. Which pocket?
Aaron, big snake!
Mommy, where'd you put my phone?
Aaron, big snake! Big snake! That is definitely a rattlesnake. He's all coiled up. We cannot go past it right now.
Why?
Because it would attack us. Do you hear it rattle its tail at us? Just stay still. Brush it away. No, we cannot move until this snake goes away.
But what if it stays there forever?
If it comes towards us, we'll run the other direction.
Mommy?
Shh, shh. Oh, Hannah, Daddy. Stop! Stop!
What's taking you so long?
There is a big rattlesnake and it is coiled up and it rattled its tail at us. Stay back, please.
Okay, Hannah. Where is it?
It's right in the grass. Just let it uncoil, okay? Just give us a minute.
Okay. No, usually shaking its rattle. Can you see it?
Yes, it just uncoiled and it's going away, so just give us a minute, okay?
Can you send the video or photo to me?
I will. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It is going away right now. I think Mommy, when I screamed and stuff and saw it, it rattled and coiled and it got scared too. So now it's going away from our path. Right there on the side, do you see it?
Oh my.
Yeah, I am.
This is a close-up look of it. Here's the second.
I have to say I really love, even though I scared the crap out of this snake as much as the snake scared the crap out of me, I really do love seeing and experiencing the different kind of nature that I've come across in Arizona. So I saw 2 rattlesnakes today. I've seen 4 lizards. I almost just stepped on one. And I get to be out in these beautiful mountains with blue sky, and the breeze is warm, and I'm listening to my audiobook as I'm running up, and I've got my new Camelback backpack, which I absolutely love. I'm so happy and inspired by nature, and I really want to encourage you, like, whatever place brings you to life, whatever like location or activity really speaks to your heart and soul, that's what you need to do and prioritize in your life and find time for, and just do as much as you humanly can, because life is short and finite, and like, we want to live and embrace this life with joy. Okay, so genuinely terrifying. That second snake that I saw, I think I probably scared it just as much as it scared me. I screamed so loudly. I was almost about to step on it. That's how close I was. And so I think it was just as freaked out as I was. But I remember when my family first moved to Arizona, and my mom had a big list of things that we should watch out for. Watch out for snakes. Watch out for scorpions. Watch out for all these poisonous things in the desert. Watch out for javelinas, which are like wild pigs with like tusk things or whatever. You know, all these things to be afraid of. And it made me think, like, why would anybody want to live here? And I remember, like, my first few years going out to the desert, I hated it, and I was totally paranoid, and we wouldn't even, like, this, you know, the sliding glass doors always had to be closed. We never would have, like, just a screen door closed. It always had to be the glass doors, and, like, never leave the doors open, and wear your shoes in the house. And it was like this fear. And so when I went on this hike, I came back and I talked to this, there was this volunteer sitting at this table, and she had a picture of rattlesnakes, and it said, you know, you might see these on the trail, and they're 5 feet long. I had guesstimated 4.5 feet. Anyway, I said to her, I'm like, I saw 2 rattlesnakes. And she's like, yeah, so? I was like, okay, you know, is that normal? And she said, oh, you know, in the wash behind my house, I've got a rat pack. My first thought was like picturing a gang of rats, you know, like hanging out behind the corner store smoking and shooting the shit, you know, a rat pack. I'm like, I don't actually know what a rat pack is. We're gonna Google that. Google that and let you know. But she said, oh, I've got this rat pack living behind my house, and I always find the skins of these rattlesnakes because they're very well fed from that rat pack. But she said it so matter-of-factly that I was like, okay, this is not a big deal, obviously. For people who live here and are born and raised here, rattlesnakes, whatever, right? So it kind of got me thinking in the last few days about fear. And it's sort of like the fear of the things that you don't know. And those things that we don't know become bigger than us. And so like us coming to the desert, my family coming from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, going to the desert, we're like, oh my gosh, rattlesnakes, like, ah! And yet people probably from the desert are like, oh my gosh, you're gonna go hiking in, you know, the mountains, the Rocky Mountains? What about bears? Bears are terrifying. So we always have this fear of like what's unknown to us, which really makes me feel like, I don't know, we just have to like take a deep breath, and maybe it's about not embracing our fears and not like literally embracing a rattlesnake, but becoming acquainted and understand like what it is that we are really scared of and why. And then it becomes a little bit more familiar, and it takes some of the edge off, and it doesn't feel as scary anymore. And so I kind of like apply that to my own life and I think about the things that scare me. I am scared of success. I'm scared of failure. I am scared of the unknown. I'm scared of like losing control. I'm scared of losing myself. There's so many like abstract things that I'm scared about. And for me, my goal is really to live in a place of fear, which means I'm living in a place of unknown, which means I'm taking risks, I'm being bold and brave, and I'm not living in my comfort zone. I'm not giving into this place where, yes, I'm comfortable, but I'm also not growing. I'm not experiencing life. I'm not experiencing the fullness of the human experience. So on that note, I'm choosing to like embrace rattlesnakes from a distance, a very healthy distance. My mom was informing me that when they coil up, it's so that they're ready to spring and they can spring twice their length. So she was saying like, were you standing back far enough? Because after I screamed and freaked it out, I backed up. I was with my 6-year-old and my 3-year-old. I backed them up way far. And then I turned on my video camera. And so I really got a good distance. And my mom said like, are you at least 12 feet back? You know, and I'm like, yes, I make sure I was like super far back. Anyway, all this to say, push yourself beyond your fears. Get to know your fears. Get acquainted with them. Because really, like, they're not as scary as you think. And I think so many of these things, whether it's bears in the Rocky Mountains or rattlesnakes in the Arizona desert, I hope they're not hunting us. Correct me if I'm wrong about that. But like the rattlesnake was freaked out because I freaked it out. I was freaked out by it and it freaked me out. And I'm sure a bear, you know, if you're not like attacking it or, you know, don't go hang around bears and in their hungry season after hibernation. But yeah, they are not there hunting us. And so part of it is our fears really we can transform them into our strengths. All right. Thank you so much for joining with me on this educational journey about rattlesnakes. And I look forward to you next time. Have a blissful, amazing day.